Hello, this is your disabled combat veteran, Chapter 911, Michael Commiso and the battle. Well, hey, as I sit here and, I guess it's called reverse psychiatry. Well, I got the coolest tattoos in the world. I appreciate the tattoo studio for the art on my body, and I wanted to keep making art on my body. I got tattooed Mona Lisa on my. How many people in the world can say that they got tattooed by Mona Lisa on their back? This is shit disabled combat measure. After 9/11, in the battle, Michael Commiso. Well, I renew my license. I renew my VA card, and my medical weed card is coming in the mail. I can say a lot of good things. Even when you doubt me and push me and make fun of me as your American hero back home, I still somehow get back up again. And I just folded all my clothes and fitted my clothes in this room. And in the drawers and in the hamper. I'm kind of shocked that I fit all this stuff in here. All my cool stuff that I collected on YouTube over the years. I got more Pokemon cards. I got more, 10 more of these. I got the last of the Ultra Ball. And I got one of these. So it's cool that I can let out my feelings. That people make fun of me and mock me, whatever people do to their American heroes back home. I I made this room work. That's the cool part. I made this room work. And, I just need a really cool drawing table or something. So I gotta, when you draw as an artist, you have to feel comfortable. And you got, as a Commiso, I feel like I have to feel if I'm gonna do it. So I have a lot of good qualities to like Commiso. As I feel like, man, I'm saying these good things for myself. As I got cool comic books, you know, even when people pushing me around, making fun of me and calling me names and trying to get me in trouble on purpose as an American hero back home, I get back up and keep moving forward. You know, even when I feel like, well, no, maybe everybody's making fun of me on the internet. Maybe I'm not funny enough or something. I know I could probably sing it a little bit better, but I'm pretty entertaining as Commiso. I feel like my YouTube videos are pretty funny, and you deal with how you deal with things in life, and I feel like I'm a really good guy with a good heart, and why should I be able to be deserved to get talked down to or treated disrespectfully? And I did a lot of good in my life, you know. I got A's and B's in high school, even though I felt like the slow kid in the class, I still got my A's and B's and graduated in high school and everything. You know, even when it feels like everybody's going out of their way to push me down, and I still get back up. And my videos are pretty cool. I like that I stand up to people. And I think what you guys did to me sucks because I probably inspired a lot of people with my YouTube videos. So I earned my stuff that's in this room and made this room work. And that's pretty cool. I got all my clothes in here by now. I'm getting in my routine and keep making my videos, and I feel like I say the right things. And how is it right for you guys to call me names and make fun of me? And I happen to sit there and take it. And when I stand up for myself, you all get like, don't you want your veterans to win back home? No, that's the weird part. I'm trying to figure that one out. I don't understand. You figure, oh, soldiers came back home alive, and now you want your veterans to succeed further in life. You will figure something like that is how you treat your veterans anyway. As I'm in America, and you're all Americans online trying to figure out how to screw my life over. So yeah, my grandmom died, my landlord died, and it seems that I came back home from war where, like, I don't know. I feel like I try my best, as it's hard to come up with words where you take everything the wrong way on purpose. And I think as an American, no disrespect to the law is kind of like that to where saying these people themselves. Back in the day, people were willing to get to know each other as people. Nowadays, you all like sit there and find excuses not to why, and what, and where, and how, and what. So I feel like I did the right thing somewhere. I stand up for myself. I make goofy videos trying to make myself laugh as a veteran. And hopefully, as my videos, I make a lot of people laugh with my videos. Yeah, I, as a person, really don't mind if I could say that I need more education as a veteran back home, as on to comedy and everything. Which we live in a world where everybody's holding on each other's balls 24 hours a day on video. I don't know how deep that is to people, but hey, I travel all around the world. I stood up to everybody asking me, so I saw a lot of cool things in history online. I'm glad that I got my videos and pictures back, because that would have been upsetting. Where that's good memories of me as Commiso online, and everybody acts like the internet came out yesterday. So it'd be cool if I inspired others. But I feel like I have to let out stuff because you all can talk behind my back and trying to find ways why I can't be who I am as Commiso, as an American hero back home. But I can sit there and say, holy crap, if you guys allow me to be Commiso back home, imagine all the art I would have made. Imagine all the cool videos I would have made. If you allow me to keep being goofy, allow me to find what goofy state of mind I need to be a goofy guy as a comedian. Man, I could probably make everybody laugh. Holy crap, if they allow me to speak and let what I have to say off my chest, I won't be so nervous or anxiety and panic attacks as a veteran that was at war. I served my country, and that's a really cool thing to say on the internet. As America ain't that bad as to, I'm still trying to understand what's going on as people keep information from you, and then I gotta sit there trying to guess everything, and you're just trying to take me the wrong way on purpose because you really, I don't know if people really want to help me because they're the ones screw me over and scam me on the internet in the first place. Whoever, whatever. So I flew all around the world. That's a cool thing to say too, as Commiso. You know, I went to my first duty stations in Germany and everything. I don't know how the other, my battle soldiers or the battle buddies would act who I am as a person. And I had the most coolest memories traveling all around the world and get to know my battle buddies at war. And I had the most fun serving my country after 9/11. So I just want to keep going forward, and there's things that I want to do in life. My whole life, that people always tell me what I should do, and I never get a chance to tell myself what I would like to do. Where I am smart enough. I am smart enough to figure out what a conversation is or whatever. But Albert Einstein said, "Eh, there's more than just books and words. You have to." Albert Einstein said you also has to have an imagination, and I have the imagination. I have the art inside me. As to, I feel like you guys came down super hard on me, as you all. Nowadays, people blame one person for the internet, and billions of people 24 hours a day on the internet use the internet. So it's not my fault that I try the hardest, and that's when people come and try to sit there and screw your life over on purpose. That's like to everybody and everybody. I don't. That sucks. Look, you know, all you expect to succeed in life if you're the type of friend that won't allow your friends to succeed in life. So, yeah, I'm proud of my battle buddies, and hopefully they're still doing good in life. And I'm also proud of uh, my family and friends, and hopefully they're doing okay. I'm not a hater, but I feel like you guys are sometimes as whoever's trying to sit on my computer and trying to teach me that I won't be a good dad one day because I served my country after 9/11 attack and I did something really good with my life. And I can also teach that to kids as uh, I'm an American hero as my battle buddy on. I'm the one that jumped on the plane and flew all around the world and served my country after 9/11. You know, people say, "Oh, as you use that as an excuse that you're a veteran." Well, what you want me to talk about? Because I'm going to be a veteran the rest of my life. So you're trying to tell me if you invite me to a party, you all have a nervous breakdown that I talk about that I'm a veteran or whatever? That doesn't even make any sense to me. There's people who actually have a nervous breakdown that I'm a veteran. So It's cool that I am your good friend. I stand up for you guys. So that's another cool thing as a disabled combat veteran after line of work. But I don't feel like I want to take the fall for the internet. You know, the internet has been around a long time, and I feel like I made a lot of art to claim that I'm an artist on my Facebook account, and I almost got all my art back. Because I think that's the reason why you all trying to lie is you're gonna see the art that I made over the years or something. So, you know, it's not, I get it, you know. There's people back home trying to help veterans out and everything. But sometimes I think you guys are just trying to screw me over, and I don't know who you are. So, yeah, it doesn't make any sense on how I got along with strangers all around the world as my battle buddy. And I had the most time serving my country with my battle buddies. As you all neighbors, and I grew up around here, and you all act like you never saw a veteran before. So I I never I don't know how I never really got too far in the military, but I guess there's classes public speaking. So I apologize I didn't get to take that class in the military, public speaking, but I feel like I'm a good guy to you guys. Yeah, even if I sit here and try to find ways to make you guys laugh, and that's hard to do nowadays because everybody's making YouTube videos and everything. So it's kind of sucks that everybody's shocked that uh, Commiso's on the internet, and that's not what all people are doing nowadays. So I feel like I don't speak out of hate as to I don't even rehearse my videos. Every video that I made, I'm almost to 500 videos. I'm almost 500 videos on YouTube, and I never rehearsed any speeches, and I didn't rehearse any whatever skit or whatever goofy thing I was doing. I just felt it and did it. So now the pressure you put on each other sucks. And the pressure you put on your veterans really sucks. So when can I do what I want? And so far, I feel like if you guys didn't slow me down of on trying to cock block your veteran, as my hometown law, to acting like sex and nudity came out yesterday online too, where that's all people do on the internet in the 21st century to act like that came out and nobody yesterday and nobody knows what that is. So I speak from my heart, I feel. That's another good quality of me. So I speak from my heart, and I've been like, how can people talk behind your back and screw you over or scam you and then call your friend behind your back and then sit there act like you did something, but you're the ones that's trying to screw my life over on purpose. So I guess that what's going on. Oh no, we in power of your life. You know, I buy the computer, I pay the bills. I'm the one that makes the YouTube videos, and I'm the one that collects the cool things over the years. But we live in a world where, well, since I can hack a computer, I can sit there and talk bad about you, and you can't do nothing about it. And I'm like, well, that's what's the being a meaning of a disabled combat veteran after like everybody's giving me mixed feelings on how they feel about Commiso as a veteran, and I'm not sure about my battle buddies, right? because I appreciate people and I go that I appreciate people. But I gotta appreciate myself too, isn't that what Lions Hospitals tries to teach you and everybody else? It's cool that I can stand up for myself and say good things about myself as a disabled combat veteran. But what you're saying about me, it's not my fault. People decide to put rumors on me and talk badly and scare me and direct me in the wrong direction online and everything. You all friends and homies and all that somehow direct each other on the right path along the internet. So what did I do for you guys to sit back and allow things to happen to Commiso as a disabled combat veteran? Because I feel like, man, I'm almost got this room organized. I only got a few things I have to take out of the van. I don't know if my van's going to start because it's been sitting around for a year. And I'm thinking to myself, man, all the bullshit you put on me, and I still get back up and organize my room and make art and make my goofy videos. Man, the military taught me a lot of stuff. The military taught me to stay tough. You know, it seems nowadays all people do is talk shit about each other online. It's obvious that you all sat back and that's what you all decided to do because I'm a Commiso back home or something. I don't know. I don't get that kind of side of the world or the conflict of hating on each other for no damn reason at all. Because that won't get anybody further in life by hating on somebody else in the world. It will slow you down. And look, all the years it took you guys to try to sit there and say that I'm a bad person, and because you hacked my computer, invaded my privacy, and took things the wrong way as you allowed me to get scammed and all the security that's on the internet. So I just gonna keep doing to me so. That's all I know. I got along with my battle buddies at war in the military, and I feel like I got along with the wrestlers on the team. As to how hard is it to get along with Commiso back home? How I feel like I'm somehow always there for others as just being Commiso on the internet. So yeah, I feel that it sucks that there's any type of American sit on the internet and it's trying to scam you in the first place. And you're the American hero back home. I was just a teenager in the military. I didn't know shit from anything to real life. And I served my country after 9/11. And that's pretty cool to say. I was a teenager in the military and I traveled all around the world and saw a lot of cool things in the world. I could say that too if I ever had kids. If I ever had kids, hey man, I'll be a good dad one day because I got a lot of cool stories to tell you of me serving my country after 9/11 on the internet. I'll be a good dad because, man, as I stand up for myself, I will stand up for my kids and say, hey, that's wrong and unfair how you treat this kid differently from this kid, other kid, as you all have the same, you're all Americans. Oh yeah, I get it. Now you all sitting there trying to come up with a new topic. Oh, oh hey, I didn't get a chance to have the education you guys do to hack each other, just like screw somebody's life over. That's whoever does that nowadays. So, no, I've did a lot of cool things in my life, and I'm not gonna stop because you decided not to care about your damn disabled combat veterans back home, or how heartless you think you can control people's lives, and how heartless do you? Oh, there's a lot of cool, good people in the world. You lie. This world's not that hard. There's only a few people out there are just jerk balls. So I don't understand that conflict on how, man, even the fact that I can still say good things about myself, you all trying your hardest to try to find why I can't have a good life as I came back alive from some fucked up war on the internet. Stand down. Watch yourself get killed now. All right. How much the sound's gonna be? So I just want to show you my some of my Pokemon cards. I get these because they do have some of the old ones in here. Not from sometimes I don't know. Maybe. But for people to treat you disrespectfully as a veteran back home, even the law themselves to show you respect as the law themselves as a towards veterans. Because you can say what you want about me, but I went through a lot too, serving my country, even going back home, and you can have the nerve to put down your veterans and talk bad about them and try to screw them. You're the one saying bad things about them and call them names to screw their lives over. That's not the type of friend I am. I would never screw my battle buddies over. I would never screw. That's the reason why I didn't wrestle my senior year because I feel like I wasn't there and I didn't have the state of mind to wrestle. As I feel like you all try to break me for before. I feel like all the wrestlers try to break me before I go to the tournament. They all try to. I think I heard Coach told me they try to break your back, Commiso. They're trying to break your back, Commiso. And now I understand what my coach was trying to say. They try to make you break you before they go to the tournament. So they won't look so bad wrestling Commiso on the mat. I was a light person. I was just a freshman. And I was the goofy guy on the. I have no skills of talking to women. You can all can sit there and lie about everything about Commiso back home, but I'm an honest person. I always try to tell the truth all the time, as I feel like I go out of my way to stand up for others. So me as a disabled combat veteran, it's a very cool thing. I did the right thing my whole life, serving my country to where I'm an artist and I know I could get back how I was as an artist. That's too, man, I got really cool things in this room. As I got cool things in the shed. That's too, man, it seems you all try to beat the crap out of me and talk bad about me. And you all sat there and trying to bully me, mock me, blackmail me. And I still come back with a, I think that is the reason you all tried to get me mad on the wrestling mat, and you didn't get me mad on the rest. You tried to beat the crap out of me. You slammed me down, and I didn't get angry. I still tried to get back up on the mat and get an opinion. So I just I felt like I was a decent athlete in school. I ran pretty fast on track, and I did cross country for a little while, and I did wrestling and well, Fisher and you in school. I tried the hardest in the gym. I know a white man can't jump, but I was even good at basketball. I think I would have been a really good baseball player in school, as I can hit homers. My one of my one you can have more than one best friend and everything, so everybody could show on that. So one of my best friends taught me how to throw a curved ball, and I never hit a curved ball before, and I still somehow hit homers. I was a really good wrestler. I felt like if I gained a lot of more weight, you would have been able to hold me. If I was 160 all the way through high school, and you still can't hold me even at being 160, that's pretty cool to say. I'm glad that I got some weight on me. Now I don't feel like it's healthy weight that I put on. As to I was pretty in shape, but I don't know about now. But man, I'm just going to keep being Commiso. You guys, because the law or whoever, some crooked person make fun of me, I'm going to say I'm a disabled combat veteran after 9/11, and I'm an American hero, and at least I did something with my life. And you can sit there and talk badly because apparently that makes you cool at a party because you talk bad about each other. I'm not sure how that works. But hey, at least I know I'm Commiso. You beat the crap out of me back home. That's some corny gang outside on the street. You all beat the crap out of me as some type of law. They're trying to, I don't know what they're trying to prove as a veteran back home. And I still stood right back up again and everything. You're still trying to teach me that I'm not going to be good enough as a veteran. And I say, well, who the hell are you guys? You know, just because you can't do it doesn't mean I can try. And I flew in big giant planes. You know, I feel like, yeah, maybe as if I'm an actor, I may have trouble pronouncing some words in the script or something, but at least I know I somehow will figure out how to make it look cool, as I made a lot of cool videos on YouTube. Yeah, I'm a goofball on YouTube, and I'm trying to get back of being goofy, but I feel like a lot of, I don't know what type of Americans tell that they're veterans, they're not good enough, or whatever, how you treat your veterans back home. But I don't have to accept the fact that you all decided to sit there and talk badly and call me a name as a veteran. Yeah, I know. I'm 40 and I don't know, maybe I didn't have enough experience in life to determine who's or how I want to be treated or you know, yeah, it'd be cool to have a lot of friends, but how many friends? I just need friends to be by my side. Oh, if I rather, given all the things you guys did to me back home, I still rather be Michael Commiso on the internet. And I did a lot of cool things by serving my country. That's an honorable thing to do when you feel like all the law will respect you for who you are as a person. So I got Pokemon cards. Like, that's a cool Pokemon toy. That's a good one to have. There's another Pokemon card. And another cool thing is, even when all you guys, I feel like, I'm the underdog. I was the underdog on the wrestling team. I had bad eyesight. I was a little dude and everything. Everybody probably looked at me as the nerd on the wrestling team because I had goofy glasses and apparently, I don't know the dress code that was in school in my era. So I came up with my own dress code and in school I didn't dress like everybody else. And so I don't know if that got on people's nerves, but hey, uh, I'm not a hater. That's another cool thing about Commiso. I didn't, all these years, took all that time to try to make me look back home as a veteran. And I'm still making pretty cool videos on the internet. And how many people could say, hey man, you all beat the crap out of me on the streets back home, then try to set me up online just to rob me some more and that the benefits that I earned and I worked for. And I'm like, damn, everybody relies on Commiso back home. I'm somehow helping everybody. Even making my goofy videos as there's people that try to make people sad with videos. And I feel like at least I'm a good guy. And all the shit that hit the fan or whatever, I'm still a good guy back home after 9/11 attack in New York City. Just trying to put a movie on. So, then you all sit there acting like you're trying to help me, but you're the one with your angry face and sit there and judging me so much as a veteran back home. And I'm like, why? What did I do to you guys? What did my videos do to you guys back home? What did I do to you guys coming back home? At 40 as a vet, and I thought a lot of cool things was going to happen right away. Because the whole world knows that Commiso served the country all along. But no, I got few. I highly doubt everybody hates on Commiso. There's only a few people. And you got this angry face. Like you have the right to have an angry face towards your disabled combat veteran. Then you make fun of me. Is it right for people to make fun of you at court around here as American hero back home? I don't make fun of you at court around here. I don't respect nobody around here. That's another good quality of being a Commiso. I don't disrespect people, but I feel like as a Commiso, you all taught me to stand up for myself. I feel like sometimes when I was on the wrestling team, I felt like I was bored. I was bored on the wrestling team and I was tired and underweight. I felt like if I gained weight and had more muscle, nobody would have pinned me. Nobody would have moved me around like they do. And I would have pinned everybody really fast just to go get a Gatorade and a hoagie on the wrestling team. So I don't have time to talk bad about your mind. Because I feel like my whole life I said Commiso was supposed to be something great in life. You know, that's just how I felt. Even with my name, I even have a cool name as Michael Commiso. So, yeah, I'm proud of myself. As to you all try to put me down and say I won't be good enough. I'm like, well, you know what? I'm Michael Commiso. You all thought I wasn't going to make it on the wrestling team. You all thought that I was never going to make it in the military. Everything, you all doubt me all the time. Yeah, I may not pick up a speed as fast as the learning you guys are in the classroom as a student, but eventually I will learn the subject. You all act like I didn't pick up the subject, biology, algebra, but sometimes I feel like you forget about how I served my country as a disabled combat veteran. And, I don't know how much you have smarts you got to have or as to how hard is it for people to help each other in the world. For you guys to sit there and screw each other. You're all smart enough. Oh, only I get a pass in life and make it in the world. And that's not how it should be. Because we are human beings that grew up in the 60s and the 70s and the 80s online. We all have a heart. You all feel pain. We all feel feelings as a human being, if you like it or not. You can try to act like you're the toughest guy in the world, but you still cry as the toughest guy in the world. So I don't have to accept how people bully me and try to screw my life over. And, that's how it is. I feel like it's brainwashing me. Oh, you're brainwashing me and acting like, man, not like a Commiso. I got first place medals from the wrestling team. I probably could have got a scholarship to go to college if I wrestled my senior year. So I apologize to the coaches. Maybe I upset my coaches of not wrestling my senior year. But you know, you have to see that every wrestler trying to break Commiso on the mat. And I feel like I can't. I didn't want to lose for the team because I feel like everybody was aiming out for Commiso on the mat. And I was tired over time. So I apologize to my wrestling coaches. I know I'm 40 and maybe you probably got over it by now. As my wrestling coaches, even my wrestling team might have already got over it too that I didn't wrestle my senior year. But I am like still thinking about it every day. I just had to gain weight. You can't be 160 all the time. Yeah, I, maybe your freshman year you could have been 160. Hey, my sophomore year I could have been 160. But I should have started gaining weight my junior year, and and eventually I would have had to learn how to wrestle. I think that was one of the things you try to talk. I don't know if the coaches they're young and are the coaches old now and don't remember things. But as a wrestler, I was a simple wrestler. You know, I just wanted to pin you so I could go eat, and I was hungry. But I felt like if I would have started gaining weight my junior year, I would have been a strong wrestler because I knew how to work out. Apparently, people meet up with Commiso somehow in this world, and they tell me things, and I learn as I go. Yeah, I should read more books, but I feel like if I read more books, you guys look like an idiot trying to pick on me back home as a disabled combat veteran. Yeah, I but trouble reading because of my speech impairment, but I still got A's and B's somehow. And I feel like I got hit in the head a lot in my life. So I don't know if I still feel like I have a speech impairment. So I apologize to the wrestling team. I apologize to the coaches. If you feel like I really disrespect my hometown court by standing up for myself, as you as a judge and the lawyers and the law themselves can get in trouble over the same bullshit that lies is of why people hate on each other bullshit. But I still feel like I have to stand up for this. You know, my grandma died. It would have been cool to hang with grandma a little bit longer back home as a veteran. Because grandma liked me. I feel like old people like me for some reason. Even with my landlord, I made my landlord happy over the years. And she was an old person. When I was in school, I took that class where you had to go to the old people's home and you have to select a grandma from the old people's home, and that's your grandma from the old people's home, and I have to, say hi. I took the old person, grandma, not my grandma from the old people's home from the classroom. We went to. I had that picture somewhere. I'm missing pictures. I know my mom has the negatives. Come on over. You can canvas good as long as you want. And I talked to her nicely because she looked like she was in her 200 years old. She looks like she was 200 years old. The old lady at the old people's house, old people's home. And I walked her to the seat to whatever we was watching, and I don't forgot what it was. I did other cool things or whatever. So I was taught to be respectful as a person my whole life. As feel like it just comes naturally that I respect others, as I have good parents and so I I still don't understand it. I have a really good heart. I I took pictures everywhere the heck I went, and no matter where the heck I felt like I took the most pictures everywhere I went. I took almost 3,000 pictures at Amsterdam. And so if you do the calculation of how all the pictures are all around, took it, you know, even with my scene, I felt like I was the only guy that took pictures on the senior trip. As you all, I don't even know if I went to all the cool rides on my senior trip because I don't know if I was cool enough to hang with the cool kids on the senior trip and everything. But I had fun on my senior trip. Yeah, I may not had all my teenager dreams or whatever they do in movies in America, but I went to pools. I got to hang with cool people as the students on my senior trip. I felt like I was the only one that took pictures of the senior trip. And I know how to use Adobe Photoshop as I was getting better using that's the program too as Adobe. And I didn't even get to edit all the pictures from the scene. I feel like I could edit the senior trip and make the pictures come out even better. Because I don't know, I'm good at stuff like that. But I didn't even get to edit my family's pictures. I didn't even get to edit all my traveling pictures. I was a person in life that went through all that technology. I still, as a photographer, I started with the wind up cameras back in the day, and that's what I used on the trips in school. when I went to New York City on trips, I had the wind up camera, and I still, even with the wind up camera, I still took decent pictures with the one. So now everything's digitalized, and it feels like everybody's taking pictures nowadays and everything. So uh, I'm gonna keep being me, and if you hate calling me, yes, I can't dwell on how you guys decide to sit there and try to screw my life over after 9/11 and shit. I don't know in the right mind who would do that, but you know, it's my life. I serve my country, and I should make decisions for my life. As to, I feel like I've been making right decision my whole life. So in a way, it hurt my feelings as you act like nobody knows each other and what people do 24 hours a day. But that's like the main purpose of a social media. Everybody's talking about what is everything that's on the internet 24 hours a day. So if that makes any sense to you, because apparently I don't know, understand words, but I feel like if I really focus on trying to understand the class and colleges, I would get even colleges class. But right now, I feel like everybody's going out of the way to make me sound bad, and I have to accept that, I guess. Because, yeah, I'm not here to make videos to tell you how you run your lives as a YouTuber. But can I be Commiso back home? Can I try? 'Cause so far, you all set me up on purpose back home sucks. Because y'all act like I can't get set up in a convoy to get blown up with an IED. They can't do that with the internet. Now, like, you all claim you don't know the internet. So people can set you up and call you a name and send you in the wrong direction online on purpose while you all enjoy the internet back home. I'm a, I'm not smart enough to use the internet back home. And I was making art over the years. I luckily I found some of my art where I that's that's even cool to say about myself. Even when everybody's out to get you nowadays, because that's how they use the internet. Well, everything you do, I was going back to art. That's the reason why I collect comic books. I know if I take the time, I can draw the cover of these comic books. But I want. How can I feel who I am? Where we live in a world where everybody's uptight in each other's business 24 hours a day going along. So yeah, it's hard to use the internet because I don't understand the direction you're the ones putting me through and get mad at me. As holy crap, you was partying all these years and you know how to direct each other to cool parties online. And but you guys don't know how to direct each other to have good lives as people in the world. Well, it shouldn't be that hard to live on the planet Earth by now in the 21st century. We have some type of system, but sometimes I'm like, I don't understand the system, and I doing my best, or I feel like I was trying to collect art on the internet while you direct me and make people believe that I'm a fan. Is that all people do? Oh, you're not cool enough to party with online. So we have to figure out how to sit there and bully you and screw your life over. I don't feel like I was like feel like I learned sportsmanship on the wrestling team. I understand. I have to accept I wasn't the greatest wrestler on the team and I wasn't the greatest wrestler, but I wrestled a lot of good matches and I am proud of them that I got first place medals. You know, we all know it felt like the only reason people joined the wrestling team was to try to make me look bad on the wrestling team. As not, but you know what I mean, not the team. I feel like we had in the beginning when my freshman year, man, I felt like we was unstoppable my freshman year as a wrestler. I got my first place medal, and we had a really good wrestler team. And slowly, the team was breaking apart as years went by, and people graduated in their class. And at the time, I'm like, man, we had the energy, and you know, we had some cool wrestlers. And as I feel in the military, I really had cool battle boys that served my country. Yeah, I like. I was happy that I was a wrestler in high school. I wrestled Trenton school. I wrestled. I don't know how many schools I wrestled. Whatever bus took me. Over time, I really didn't really pay attention. I didn't know what school. I just whatever they placed in front of me, I tried to wrestle. But you gotta admit, you guys came down hard on me, and for how the internet is, that sucks that you actually thought it was cool to call me a name and bully me. Well, I did a lot of cool things in life. Oh, another shiny car. And I don't know what type of people that actually gets on your trouble on purpose, but I gotta accept that too, kid. I have to accept there's not everybody's. There's only a few assholes in the world, Commiso, and you stood up to all of them. And I said, why should I have to accept the fact that you didn't even try or even allow? It's just some kind of I don't know how hard it is to use the internet nowadays, but I apologize if I didn't don't know all the good sites to go on compared to everybody else back home. I wasn't taught that either, as I feel people direct you the wrong way on purpose online. So, so I'm just going to keep trying. Don't worry, I will try to come up with more jokes or me being goofy online, but I have to try to be. I have to motivate myself again. I already almost did it. That's not what is that you're trying to teach kids. Oh, You get good grades in school. You do the right thing in life. You get medals from the wrestling military, and you organize your room, and you're different from everybody else. You're not the same. And you stand up to bullies. You stand up for your brother. You stand up for your family. I did a lot of cool things. So if I become an 80-year-old man and I somehow got a campfire going on, and everybody sitting around listening to Commiso stories, man, I can say, man, I traveled the world with the coolest battle buddies, man. I didn't know everything about my battle buddies. They all be just battle buddies that came from the South. I drink with Southern people, and Southern people in America somehow knows how to drink. I shot shot after shot. For me, so I could out back in the day. Probably could out drink anybody, as my battle buddies taught me how to club. Hey, I went to clubs all around the world. I went to bars all around the world. And I felt every country that I went to, I got somehow with my personality, I got along with everybody in that country, no matter what country that I went to. Because I got drunk, and all I was trying to do was talk fast with the girls. And I wasn't trying to start no conflict at the bar. I was just trying to dance with the girls. I danced with, as a shy, quiet kid in school. The battle boys taught me to get drunk, and it's okay to dance weird when you're drunk around girls, because you're drunk and everything at the club and having a good time. I did karaoke at the bar. I somehow some girl at the party convinced me to sing a girl's song and did a karaoke. That once I know when it is, I can hear it again. It'll pop up what song I sang. That's a cool thing to say. You all act like it's everybody else's loss now. You guys didn't get to party with me back home. There's the shining thing, man. I'm a responsible person. I took care of this cat for years. That's too. I pay my bills on time. I even have a cool 1970 Chevy, 1977 Chevy van. And I'm shocked that nobody overhauled my van back home. I have a cool van as a disabled combat veteran. I felt like everybody found love of my hippie van outside. I don't think I would. You all could try to convince me to get rid of my van, but I got Grandpa is telling me behind my back of my mind saying, "You better not sell that 1977 Chevy van because I will never, in my rest of my life, will never find another 1977 Chevy van and everything." Well, I clubbed, I, I clubbed in Berlin. That was really cool. I climbed, really. I have made some type of list of countries I went to, but my battle buddies got me drunk and put me on a plane, and I don't even know what country I was in. But I felt like with my personality as a battle buddy, I made everybody, no matter who hang with me. Maybe y'all was having a bad day in the barracks. I cheered everybody up in the barracks as being Commiso in the world. Even being on the internet now, I feel like I'm cheering up my battle buddies. Just all my battle buddies are all over the place. Yeah. So you all can try to beat me up, and bully me and try to get me in trouble with the law back home. But the fact is, I'm Michael Commiso. I was a goofball that served my country after 9/11, and I traveled all around. Somehow, I went on planes and landed back home. Somehow, I don't even know how I made formations all around the world. So I bet a lot of my battle buddies are shocked that how big the miso got to formation. That's a good better. I'm clueless too of how I got this far. As yeah, man, I was kind of shocked that you all claim that you live some kind of better life where you block each other from having better lives online. Then you actually have that question on why things are the way they are. I bet all my battle buddies at war thought there was something wrong with them. Everybody's like, oh, well, we like you, Commiso. Nice cool and everything. How you with you? And my battle buddy's like, man, I I don't know what my battle buddies say, but I feel like I'm kind of close. Everybody's, how did Commiso you get into, like, how did you get here in the desert, Commiso? And I'm like, I don't know how I even lived in it. I I sweat when it's freezing cold outside. So and living in the desert, I must have. I was even making 160 at war. I was 160 pretty much my whole life. So in a way, I still have to get used to the weight that's on my body. So you know what? You keep on hating on me. So I felt like when I was on the wrestling team, you all tried to find a way to hate on Commiso, and somehow Commiso is pinning people, and you're winning. And somehow, even being on the wrestling team, I made Commiso made wrestling cool being as a wrestler. I don't know how many people watch wrestling, but me being on the team, I feel like I made wrestling cool as Commiso. Well, that's another cool thing to say about myself as a veteran. I don't have to accept the name calling and bullying me back home. Because I want to do that to people, so why would I do that to myself? I don't know. Oh, further, I could go open Pokemon stores. Maybe I'll keep going. Maybe I won't. It's in how I feel today as to how difficult it is for people to live on this planet, and it's not that hard. So, hey, you got the Pokemon cards. Oh man, at one point, you was like the coolest kid in school because you collected Pokemon cards. Then there's rap music when you're a teenager in school. You know, you'll have a conflict on every beat that comes out. You got a conflict no matter your as a teenager. Well, you know, high school was kind of hard as the goofy guy in the 80s. You know, I felt like the whole family was getting along at one point, and I made people laugh in the family. No. I'm not trying to accept all the awards if that's what you all claim am I doing as a veteran. Because I really don't know how much medals I was supposed to get. How work. I just accept whatever was, whatever you gave me. Hello? That's even that's cool to say. I got medals from all around the serve of my country, all around the world. And I was the simple guy. I didn't get a lot of girls in the barracks. I really think I didn't get any girls in the barracks. As I'm 40 and still single. I, if my commander and first sergeant that sees my YouTube videos, I don't know what they think about me as my first sergeant. I get, I made my first sergeant laugh. I made my commander laugh. I made every single person laugh at work, and I didn't even know who it was. And luckily, I got some of the last names of battle buddies, because I was just pretty much skipping through the deserts as a soldier. I said, I'm in the desert. I was from New Jersey, and I never got that far as Commiso living in the desert. You know, they could make the desert right if they had some water, but it was sand everywhere. I'm like, I'm from New Jersey, living in the desert, and we got like New Jersey weather. I think we got every type of damn weather in New Jersey. I don't know. But, you know, over time, you get used to the heat in the summer as a New Jersey. And once in the blue moon, you even get used to the cold in the winter. But over time, you don't get that. Man, I lived through desert storms, man. It turned all, that's cool to say too, as a veteran. The whole outside in the desert turned like red and everything. I felt like I was in Mars in the desert. That was cool. I'm like, man, I'm not Indiana Jones, but hey, I lived in the desert and traveled a lot of cool countries in the world. You know, I apologize if I didn't study history enough to find out where all the treasures are in the world. What? Maybe my type of treasure is not the same as your treasure, as I collect Pokemon cards. You know? So, yeah, but that doesn't make me, no, I feel like I did, oh, you should be proud of yourself. You know, all my battle buddies, even even the higher ranks too in the military. I know we had a thing of lower rank and the higher ranks things, and we was all American soldiers and human beings and people in the military. So, yeah, Pikachu, I could draw Pikachu. Once I feel the art again, I feel like give my body back up and let me breathe back home. And all that, it's hard being a good guy, because you guys somehow screw me, even good guys' lives over and over. So I felt like I was nice to all the students in school. I don't know what type of outcast group or whatever group you were in, but students came up and talked to me. So I gotta accept that as an adult, I guess. People are eventually gonna come up and talk to me and kind of like, come out with a conversation and everything. But, I miss hanging with my battle party because they accepted me so in the military. Even though you all thought maybe I was strange being in the military still accepted Commiso. Maybe that's why the military got upset with me. 'Cause I had to check on my family as a veteran. I can't believe I'm 40. I really can't. I really can't. I was like 19 at one point. There's a shiny. I know we live in a world that people only accept it was a shiny card. If you don't have a shiny card, people won't accept you at the party and everything. You know, yeah, I think I have enough shiny cards. Okay. Well, maybe I have too much shiny cards. You know, I might be single the rest of my life because I got cockblocked by my hometown law and everybody decided to pick on me as Commiso back home. But I finally got all my clothes in this room, in the drawers, and some type of neatness. So I still got room in this room. I made this room work. Now I need a few more shelves on the wall, then I get more cool things. That was like me too. And about at work. I was like MacGyver that came up how to make a cool divider on the book bed and made a cool little area for me and the barracks in the middle at work. That's cool too. Yeah, I can say that too as a commercial. You know, you all could have came up with your own kind of uh, style of living in the barracks at war. I came up with my own style of decorating the bunk bed and chilling. Uh, in some, in some state of I'm at war kind of thing. uh, you know, I was in a zone. All I saw, I just tried to get my Commiso. That's why I made goofy videos out. Because I had to stay in a state of Commiso mind that war. That's a cool thing to say too. You all try to. Yeah, is that what you do? Your veterans, you try to all break them down and everything. Saying they ain't good enough as veterans back home. Is that the best things you all can do? Sorry. That sucks. You guys, for years, try to screw my life over, and I'm like, well, hey, I still say that I did some cool things. I'm like, and everybody always doubted me. You all doubted me on the wrestling team. I don't know how many people. I don't know. I don't feel like everybody's some kind of hater, but I don't know how people felt about me in school. Well, I don't. I just whoever talked to me is cool, and hopefully I said something cool in the conversation, and that's how I made it to school. And that's probably what happens as a military. Most of the time, I really don't know what everybody's talking about in the world. And in a way, I kind of like, you all made it stressful and act like it's so hard to live. on planet Earth, and somehow Commiso is living in with an orange and yellow room and black. You know, here now, here right now, in life. You know, that's we gotta take life as it is, and that's me taking to an adventure of a shiny Pokemon card online. You know, I don't know if I'm Bob Ross or Pokemon cards, and I, with my calmly relaxing voice, everybody's showing it in the world, and that's fine with me. If not, I don't know what to do. I was making videos for years to try to make people laugh. I don't know if it's working. Even I got even cool Pokemon cards in this room. But that's not enough. That's 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 not enough. You can't accept. Can people accept Commiso? Can the people accept each other as people? I know. What? Can you? I don't know. And I really, as Commiso, I really don't really care. I'm trying to zone out in my man cave and try to figure out why it's so complicated as a veteran back home to chill out. And all the stress you put on me. And I'm like, why? I don't put stress on people. I don't think it's so stressful to see Pokemon cards online. Is it? I don't know. There's a rushing people out, and I'm showing Pokemon cards in the world. I don't know. You really haven't, well, let's give me some doing now kind of thing where, hey, hey, it's Commiso. I feel so, like, I did, like, this is, holy crap. You know, I travel all around the world. That's Commiso. You know, I went to some, I don't know what, I went to a lot of cool parties all around the world. So I feel like I have a handle of how to party as co-veteran. Maybe, maybe you guys don't know how to party back home. You know, I know you got that down and chilling way of California conversations online. But I'm a upstate New Jerseyan, and I just want to go to the beach too and everything as a New Jerseyan. And that's how simple it is to understand each other from New Jersey and then the Californication online. No, I don't, no, no, maybe you don't know, I don't know. But at least I got this far in life as Commiso. I guess I could get some, I could try to put me down. Well, at least I got some, I can get Pokemon cards. You you know, I'm gonna try to get my super soakers back because it's my hobby. And if you guys can't come up for a reason to make your veterans happy back home, I feel like I got a shiny card. Look at the shiny card. Well, I hope everybody's having a civilized conversation and, you know, handling life in the world. You know, maybe that's one the good thing about Commiso. I take the pressure off of life. Spend a little time of me being online. I take the pressure off of life of everybody. That's how cool I am as a Good Friday to me. So, you know, when I was traveling the world, felt like I was going through time machine. And I'm like a New Jerseyan that's skipping through all the historic areas and as a tourist in Europe. You know, wherever Michelangelo was standing, or Leonardo da Vinci, or one of the famous European historic people, Commiso somehow walked on the same street of one of you guys. That's a cool thing to say, too. Well, don't worry. Almost there on the Pokemon cards. I know you have other better things to do. Try to figure out Commiso, man. Everything. Fuck, I I should have been in that Indiana Jones movie. I could have been that white guy in the movie. Look, there's a white guy in the movie. Where'd he come from? Nobody knows where the white guy came from in the movie. Everybody's like, who's that guy? You know, but if I have to learn what it means to be a hippie, I have to pet my kitty cat more. I think to be a hippie, you have to pet the kitty cat more. You know, we don't have to live in a stressful world. We all can be chilling, petting kitty cats in this world. And each kitty cat's got their own personality as kitty cats. You know, my kitty cat has some, hey, you better get up and feed me or I'll punch you in the head as a kitty cat. And I'm kind of cool with that, you know. Maybe not a lot of people like that, but I am. I like, the kitty cat saying it's time to get up. Yeah, sometimes I get upset with kitty cat. Then I say to myself, it's just a kitty cat. That's a figure. Maybe you guys don't know how to do that yourselves, but that's a good thing to say too, as a figure. It's okay, Commiso. It's just a kitty cat. And that's how simple life is. It's just a kitty cat. You know, you don't have to make life complicated. I'm saying it's just a kitty cat in the world. So, almost done. Almost done. The Pokemon. I know, everybody's got some groceries to get, but I got Pokemon cards. No, no, that's how you make jolly Carissa. Well, that's another thing. People forgot the meaning of Christmas. That sucks. That's why Santa Claus didn't give all the snow. Because Santa Claus, no, you don't even believe in Santa Claus in the word. And I was somehow getting cool Christmas gifts to the whole family. And, you know, that's how simple life is. You know, that kitty cats may not be your thing, but you know what? It's mine. That's Commiso. You know, maybe you all gave up on Pokemon cards. I'm shocked that I got this many in the first place. But sometimes, like this one, wow, what the hell is that? I'm sorry I can't explain all the Pokemon cards, but look at that shiny. It's got like some kind of shiny outer area kind of tingle, you know? You know? Well, pop quiz. I don't know. That's how simple even pop quizzes can be. So, well, I think, you know that song? Yeah, there's other songs. Sometimes songs pop in your mind. If that distracts you as a human being on planet Earth, you know, you know, I should have been spaced out in Star Wars and Star Trek movie, and I'd be the guy on the ship. Everybody's wondering where I came from. Who are you on the ship? And I say I'm Commiso in Star Trek, and then they'd be like, "Who's that?" And then I would try to explain who I am. So, yeah, that's how I felt going all around the room. Where does this Commiso come from? So my battle boy says, where did Commiso come from? Oh, hey, everybody around trying to push me down. And I'm like, hey, Pokemon card. Don't bully me because I got Pokemon cards. You can't bully me. I'm going to find a Pokemon card where it'll protect me the rest of my life and everything. And I don't have to worry about bullies anymore as a disabled combat veteran and everything. And then you will find something wrong with that as being a veteran. And I'm like, well, if you all can accept the fact that I'm even still on the internet for me, so then you can accept me for who I am as a person. Suddenly appears. Well, you may all have your epiphany and know what direction your life is going, but I'm on top of the world collecting. I already think I got that. I just saw this, but maybe it's different. Is that what world we live in? You're screwed, everybody, no matter who you are, nobody's gonna make it in the world. Like I grew up with, uh, who wants to be a neighbor with, what's his name? And everybody wants to be neighbors after that show. Won't you be my neighbor? Won't you be my neighbor? Now we live in a world you all have to be like some kind. topic, topic, topic on the street. And I'm Commiso. I don't know what everybody's topic is on the street. That's what's cool being Commiso in the world. You know, maybe I make it to Greece. Maybe I make it to Rome. I don't know where my because you all cock block me online in my life. And I'm just here trying to show my Pokemon cards. So I try to, bring people together in the world. I thought I was working. They all chilled in the world by now. So, even the kitty cat, see, even the kitty cat's having a good time watching me, wondering what I'm doing as the kitty cat. Even the kitty cat wonders what's wrong with him. But I feel like you get hit in the head a lot, and everybody make fun of you and bully you. You be collecting Pokemon's cards too. So it'd be cool if I can open more of the older ones, but I don't know where they are. But I'm gonna just keep on going. If that's fine with everybody, as y'all a bunch of somehow type of hater. The Pokemon, you hate that card? You're a type of hater. It's not good enough as a Pokemon card, is it? Well, you tell me right now that this has haters in the world. Look a shiny little card. Probably need this card. A shiny little card. And I got one more, one more Pokemon. You know, I think that I organized my laundry. It's folded somehow, somewhere. I can move around in the room a little bit more. I'm making my goofy videos again, and you can hate on me all you want, but I felt like that's the reason why I'm Commiso. I don't know how many people hated me in school. But I felt like I don't care. I don't care if the best thing you can do for your partner is to sit there and lie about everything just to make them look bad. Because I just gonna keep being Commiso, man. Life's too short for caring what people think of you. As people somehow use the internet, some type of tool of hating on each other. I'm this close, trying to have all the Pokemon cards. And, and, and you sit there and act all to be so don't appreciate it. What do I appreciate that I came back home alive as Commiso. Yeah, it sucks that a lot of soldiers didn't come back home from war. And I hope all my battle buddies in the world is doing good in the world and everything. So, I don't know. I gotta, I have to accept who I am as a Commiso and the person. I may not be in all the cool crowds and something strange about that. As you all act like, I don't know. And this is the shining one. Wow. Shining. Well, this is a disabled combat veteran actor, not only like the Commiso and the battle buddies. So I hope everybody's doing okay in the world, and I'm not trying to put people lives over compared to you sitting there hating on Commiso back home and everything. So I hope all the battle buddies in the world are having a good life back home in America.